Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading, and this reading is going to be on the Grammys, okay? So yesterday it was announced, and I have the article right here, and I'm just going to read it. It says, the organizers of the Grammy Awards have scrapped their anonymous voting committees following allegations of rigging, favoritism, and racism. And then they use Zayn and The Weeknd as examples, okay? So we're going to see why they really are scrapping this anonymous committee. I already told you guys before about, people using their power to get awards, saying they won't show up if they don't get awards. So I've already gave y'all a little tea on that. But we're going to see why they're really scrapping this, anonymous committee, okay? So why are the Grammys really scrapping the anonymous voting committee? Why are they really getting rid of the anonymous voting committee? Yeah. Why am I not shocked by these cards? I'm not shocked at all, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune, this talks about bad luck, bad karma. So they felt like eventually people were going to stop participating in the Grammys. Not just The Weeknd. They felt like other artists were going to stop, submitting their music. I think The Weeknd said that he was gonna stop submitting his music. Zayn said he was gonna boycott. So they fear that. Like, they don't want the young generation, because once, the Carters, Taylor Swift, and, all these other big name artists that are a little older, you stop going to the Grammys once they retire, they're going to have to try to appeal to the younger generation. So they didn't want, the younger generation to be influenced by The Weeknd and Zayn and not, not participate in the Grammys, basically, not submit their music. So that's what this talks about. They didn't want their karma. This is the Wheel of Fortune card. This talks about getting bad karma, okay? The Magician card, this talks about manipulation. So they definitely know that people have been getting Grammys, and it could have been a little bit manipulation happening behind the scenes. So they also didn't want to be exposed for that. So they felt like they were going to be exposed. They didn't want people, the younger generation, maybe like the Roddy Ricch, the Baby, Little Puff, Lil Dump, whatever the names are. They didn't want them to not participate, but they also didn't want to be exposed, okay? The Fool card in reverse, this talks about being a risk taker. They felt like they were taking risks. Okay, the Fool card, this talks about somebody taking risks, kind of being naive. They felt like they were taking risks. They're going to be exposed soon. People are going to start speaking up. And they've already had big names speak up. We all know Nicki spoke up before. Ariana Grande spoke up. So they felt like they were taking too much of a big risk, okay? And they didn't want to do that anymore. The Two of Pentacles is here. This talks about juggling more than one thing at once. They felt like they had too much on their plate. There's the regular committee, and then there's the secret anonymous committee. And it seems as though they felt like there was just too many people, too many parties involved, okay? Too many parties involved. Too many people know inside information. Somebody can talk. So that's another reason, okay? The High Priestess. This talks about someone being intuitive. So they felt like they were going to be exposed. The High Priestess card, this talks about somebody being intuitive, somebody knowing something that's going to happen in the future. And they felt like eventually they were going to be exposed by other big name artists or somebody in the anonymous committee. They didn't feel like everybody in the anonymous committee was going to keep their mouth closed. They felt like eventually somebody's going to talk, okay? So then the Temperance card, this talks about time, patience, having choices. So it looks like eventually more people are still going to talk about the Grammys. It's not the end here. It seems like eventually more people will talk, okay? Let's see. Will the Grammys still be rigged, okay? Because that they said, the article said it. I didn't say, but I'm just repeating what the article said. So, will the Grammys still be rigged in the future? Will the Grammys still be rigged in the future? Yeah, it feels like it's still going to be the same game. They're just trying to be strategic about it, okay? The Queen of Cups here, this talks about still being successful, still being able to kind of be deceitful, okay? The Queen of Wands, this talks about, focusing on yourself, trying to get everything in order. So it seems as though they're still going to play their little games. They're just going to be a little bit more strategic about it in the future, okay? The Eight of Swords. This talks about somebody feeling trapped or feeling like a victim. They feel like, it's really not their fault. They feel like it's the artist's fault, for what's happening right now. So the Eight of Swords, that speaks about feeling trapped. They feel like they were between a rock and a hard place. They didn't really do it just, for the artist and for the fans. They did it because they didn't want to be exposed. They didn't want people to start talking. So the reason why they did it wasn't genuine. So it's coming off like, basically, they're still going to play their little sneaky game. Okay, they're still going to do things underhanded. It's just, maybe some of the people in the anonymous committee, they're going to be in the regular committee. That's probably what they're going to do. Okay, so let's see. Will The Weeknd and Nicki Minaj benefit from this committee going away, from this anonymous committee going away? Will The Weeknd and Nicki Minaj benefit from this? It looks like, it's going to be a little bit more beneficial for the artists. It does look like some of these artists are going to benefit. I don't know. It looks like maybe The Weeknd more than Nicki Minaj. That's just the energy I'm picking up. The Six of Wands, this talks about success, moving forward, walking away from a situation. So it looks like The Weeknd definitely will benefit from this. The Wheel of Fortune, this talks about good karma coming towards you. So it looks like potentially, The Weeknd and Nicki could get a Grammy. Like I said before, for Nicki, probably will be like a lifetime achievement award like they gave TLC and Salt and Pepper. Not TLC, it was Selena and Salt and Pepper. Sorry about that. Selena and Salt and Pepper, like a lifetime achievement award. They're going to try to be sneaky about it, but it does look like artists are definitely going to benefit from this, especially The Weeknd and Nicki. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune card, the Six of Wands, this talks about success. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, this talks about good karma coming to you. So then the Three of Pentacles, this talks about gossip. Okay, a lot of people talking about this behind the scenes. A lot of people are not going to be happy about it. People that were the Grammys favorites. You may be Taylor Swift because she always wins the Grammys. She might be a little upset about this, but artists that have had issues with the Grammys in the past, they're going to benefit from this. Like Drake, The Weeknd, Nicki, they're going to benefit. Now, I feel like they still might do Nicki dirty and give her like a lifetime achievement Grammy like they did Salt and Pepper and Selena, but it looks like she can potentially get a Grammy. Okay, so that was a quick reading on the Grammys and their scheming ways. If you like the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only. And I hope you have a great day.